Welcome to the RavensSpace on YouTube. My name is Steven, and today we're going to be talking about the Ravens-Dolphins second preseason game that just happened, where the Ravens pretty much dominated the Dolphins 31-7. But first, let me shout out to the Patreon subscribers. If you aren't a Patreon subscriber, check it out. Exclusive content, giveaways, and more. But let's just hop right into this. I'm going to try to keep this short. There's a few things I want to talk about. And first, that defense. Look, I know it's just preseason, but come on. This defense is dominant, play in and play out. They look great, like I said last week, not just the first team, not just the second team, but the fourth quarter guys trying to make the team. Look, we might have some real depth on this team this year. It's been a long time since the Ravens have had depth, especially on defense. I mean, there's been years where injuries have just completely knocked us out of being competitive. And I think this year is going to be a little different. It's been a long time coming. They've been building up for years now. And I finally think that we really have this perfect concoction of veteran players and young talent, young draft picks, right? Think about it. We got C.J. Mosley, Brandon Williams, Terrell Suggs, Eric Weddle, and Jimmy Smith. The chances of those five staying healthy, all of them, is slim to none. However, that's one quality veteran player at every position on the defense. Not to mention guys like Webb and Brandon Carr. It's just all around good. If they can stay just moderately healthy, this defense is going to be something. And let's just say the biggest thing about it is pressure, something we did not have last year. Pressure on the quarterback. It's not just all about sacks, right? It's about getting to the quarterback and making them make that stupid decision or throw the ball before they need to, which leads to interceptions and great things. So pressure is extremely important, and we're getting tons of it. And that's on the pass, but on the rush, 46 rush yards. That's only 7 more than last year or last week with the Redskins. They only had 39, right? So this week with the Dolphins, that was 46 yards for 19 attempts. Last week it was 39 yards for 18 attempts. Last week it was 2.2 average, and this week they averaged 2.4. That's pretty consistent. I know it's just 2 weeks, and I know it's just preseason, but they're doing pretty well so far. And again, it's not just the first team. It's this whole defense playing throughout the game very well. We notched 2 sacks, and there was a lot of long third down situations that the Dolphins had to deal with, right? And they only converted 2 out of 12 third downs. That is fantastic. They also had only 9 first downs, and 3 of those came from Ravens penalties, which I'll talk about later in a minute. But that's pretty. So they only had 6 first downs all game. We had 21, and our offense did not look good or bad. They didn't look bad, but they didn't look great either. So basically 6 first downs. They had 5 passing first downs and 1 rushing first down, which they actually had. I think that probably was the same play because they got a first down on it as well. They ended up getting a touchdown on the second team defense. It was a pretty good run, and it was a little disappointing to see. But again, it wasn't the first team defense, and they were shut out the rest of the game. We put up 31 unanswered points after that. They only had 120 total yards. 74 passing yards, so 74 passing, 46 rush. This defense, look, I know it's just preseason. I know Jay Cutler's their quarterback. They had a lot of guys in there, but 120 yards total, that's not a bad look. That's pretty good. I'm excited for it, and let's hope that we can keep that going. I heard on the radio driving home tonight that Flacco will not be practicing for another week, which is extremely disappointing. I'm really worried about this, you guys. I think that this could turn into something serious. And I'm just waiting for the headline that he is out for the year. He has to get a surgery or something, and he's out for the year. I'm just waiting for it. I feel like it's coming, but maybe that's just me. And I really feel like the Ravens are a little bit more worried about. They're not telling us what it actually is what my fear is, and but we got this Woodrum guy, Woodrum. I know a lot of people. If you guys want to stay connected, you can join us on a live stream. We do live streams during the games, and we chat about the game, talk about the game, that sort of thing. You can also catch glimpses of it as well. It's a great live stream. A lot of people were all over Woodrum, Woodrum for president, and I think he played really well. Even though he's going against third and fourth string guys, I think that he's got poise. He's got that pretty good accuracy. He's playing better than Mallett, which, by the way, threw 2 interceptions and looked like crap again against the Dolphins. I mean, come on. What secondary do they have? I don't know. But Mallett is just, if we take, I don't know, I think they should start Woodrum next week. They should start him next week against the Buffalo Bills at home. I think that would be a perfect storm situation. Why not? Try it out. Go for it. Speaking of the offense, I think the O-line looked rough. It's a lot of moving pieces, and it's going to continue to progress, I think, until week 1. It's something that, like I said, a lot of moving pieces. We haven't really quite figured it out yet. But I like Jensen. I really do like Jensen. He's got this anger about him. He's a huge dude, and he plays mean, and that's what you want out of your center. He's a big, angry guy, and I just cannot wait to see. I think he's going to get the starting job. I think he is a starter, and I like him at center. We didn't let up any sacks all game, so that's a fantastic thing for the line. I don't think they played great. Our run game still looked rough, especially in the first our first couple of drives when not all the stars, but most of the starters were out there for both teams. Our line didn't look good, and our run game did not look that great. But 42 rushing attempts to 33 passing attempts. That is what we want, Raven Nation. That's what we want to keep doing, making sure that we are running the ball when it matters. And here's the point. Time of possession, 36 minutes for us and 23 minutes for the Dolphins. You're going to win a lot of football games if you can keep the time possession in your favor. And to do that, you got to run the ball. Even if you're not running the ball particularly well, we averaged 3.4. It's not really that good, honestly, but 141 total rushing yards, which isn't great. It's not bad, but it's also not great. But still, we maintain the ball, and that's what we need to do. That's the secret there, maintaining the ball. Even if we're not running the ball great, you still need to be able to sustain drives and have some sort of pace. So, I think I hit all my points. Again, defense looks great. There's really no one specifically that I can pinpoint and say is a crazy standout. I didn't really see Humphrey too much. I don't know how much he was playing. I know they still got Webby in the slot, which I'm a little worried about. I'm also a little worried about Carr. I don't know how much I like him, honestly. Excuse me. But for the most part, the defense just... I mean, if you can get pressure, play in and play out, doesn't matter what defensive backs you have. And I think we have good enough defensive backs to be safe as long as we're consistently getting pressure. And I think we can do that with guys like Brent Urban and company. So I'm really excited about this defense. And it's really going to come down to whether or not Joe Flacco plays and how well our run game is this year. If we have a good run game and Flacco plays to the ability that he can play, if the backs, what I mean by that, if his back is not lingering and causing him problems, and we have a good, decent run game that we commit to, we will be in the playoffs. We will be in the playoffs with this defense, and this defense will take us places, and you know what Joe Flacco does in the postseason. So I think there's a lot of things to be excited for this year, and yeah, that's pretty much it for this game. It was a great game to watch, a lot of fun. 31-7. Thanks for watching, you guys. Please subscribe if you haven't. My name's Steven. Check out the Patreon page. Check us out on the social media. Check our website out, TheRavensSpace.com. We're on social media at TheRavensSpace, all that good stuff. Check it out. Thanks for watching again, and have a great night. Go Ravens.